All right, I am with my good buddy, Marck de Lautour. Marck, how you doing, man?
I'm great, Ken. Thank you.
All right, we're going to talk today about your worst deal ever. Let's hear it, man. Spill your guts.
Well, hey, look, we're in challenging times, right? And, I think that in this market, 2019, I can certainly, have a few to add to that list. One that quickly pops to mind is one where we just felt like, the lesson would be we broke from our core, being our core process of what we typically do. Okay. Yep. So as you know, a full turnkey provider in Kansas City, our niche is hundreds to $200,000 homes all day long. We saw a big opportunity in a nice, shiny part of town where we thought we could go take it down. We did not do a foundation inspection, despite our acquisitions guy walking in and doing a full interior inspection. We reached out to the homeowner and, there was a competitive bidding situation. We paid them way too much. We paid $250,000 for this asset. We thought it was, and it was skinny. I mean, this is a time period where, honestly, Ken, we're trying to do volume and we're skinnying down our margins. And so this is one where we're just expecting like 50,000 on the back end of a, $350,000 purchase. So very, for that price range, by the time you factor in all your costs, I mean, pretty skinny margins.
Yep.
And so this is one where I walk in the very, first day I'm walking it, and suddenly I'm like walking downhill to the living room. I'm like, well, what did the foundations guy say about it? Oh, he hasn't been here yet. He was tied up. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So that requires 23 piers, Ken.
Oh,
so,
gosh.
Yeah. So the 23 piers. So now we're going to have to rehab our way out of it. It's a nightmare of a deal. Completely didn't even budget anything for the foundation. So this is one where instead of making 50, we'll be lucky to break even. Is easily going to be a $30,000, because after the piers, then you got to grade it. So it's a $30,000 foundation budget. Just poor execution on an acquisition guy's part of not getting a guy. He was stood up by a foundation guy and didn't bother to let us know, hey, we got to close this, pause the closing time and push it back so that we can get our inspections done. Just a busy time in his life, a busy time in our lives, and something fell through the cracks, and it absolutely is going to be a big money loser. So again, I've lost more money. We'll probably end up losing 30, 40 grand. But this one's going to be a real kicker because, just as you well know, once it's been tarnished by a massive foundation, even when you do the foundation repair, there are certain buyers that just say, no, not an option because I just don't want to mess with it down the road. So it'll be tarnished kind of, in a buyer sense. And who knows what we'll sell it for at the end, but we definitely will be a big loser.
It's tough, and I'm sure it's the same way in Kansas City. You have to disclose that, right? You have to disclose that.
Oh, dude, yeah, 100%. I mean, we're super big on doing things the right way, as you well know. So yeah, we'll disclose everything. We'll show them all the foundation reports. We'll show them the stuff we did. But the one thing I'm not going to do is just turn around and just sell it on to somebody else. So yeah, we employed the structural engineer. He told us exactly what to do. We're going to do it, and try and rehab our way out of it. But there's just not enough room on the back end, and to boot. It's on a busy street, Ken.
Oh, no. More challenges. Oh, that's the worst. Well, and then you don't even factor in holding costs. Now, all of a sudden, you're holding it longer because you got to do the work. And so that starts to eat away at your profit. And, hey, if you break even, that's fantastic. Trust me, there's most of these worst deals, including my own, are like multiple figure losses. So if you still break even, that's not too bad.
Fingers crossed, but yeah, we'll be definitely in the negatives, I'm sure, somewhere in that $20,000 loss range, I think is the latest projections. But again, that's a challenge, right? I mean, I think, my answer to that is, squeezing our contractors. We pay our contractors hundreds of thousands of dollars and always get to win. There's never a chance where they don't win because every single time they step on our job site, they're making money off of us. So this is absolutely a time to come to Jesus meeting and say, guys, listen, we screwed up. We're not going to hold we're not, dumping this on our acquisitions guy. We all screwed up because there were tons of things that could have been done. Okay. So now let's everybody chip in and give us a little bit of a, hey, 10%, 10%, 10%, 10% adds up when you're spending, 60 to 100 grand on a remodel. So if everyone can chip in and help out a little bit, we're certainly going to squeeze them to try and, just make it work so that we can stay in business and keep on rolling. One deal doesn't kill us. But the message to the contractors is, hey, if this happened every time, we wouldn't be in business anymore. So let's all chip in. We all screwed up. Next time it might be you screwing up. We're all going to chip in and try and work this way out of it together.
Yep. That's exactly right. It's okay to call in a favor every now and then, especially if you're keeping these guys busy. So that's smart. Marck, that sounds pretty horrible, man. I hate that you're going through it, but it's part of the game, right? As
Got
long
to be
as
in
you
to
got
win, mate.
99
So yeah,
good
fingers
ones.
crossed. And hey, for those novices out there, I don't know if you get many people that have done their deal for the first time. God, be patient.
Yeah.
Make sure you get your due diligence. And that was, just getting too greedy and getting too smart. We're doing hundreds of deals a year, and we let something slip through the cracks. So when it's your only deal, pay attention and make sure you don't make these same idiot mistakes that I just made.
Get the foundation exact. Get all the inspections up front before you buy.
You
Trust
got
me,
it.
I get it, buddy. All right, Mark. I appreciate you being with us. Take care.
Thanks, Kenny.
Thanks so much for watching Real Estate Horror Stories. Be sure to subscribe to the Deal Farm channel for more real estate horror stories and check out our website, dealfarm.net, the absolute best source for real estate leads and data.